Picture this. A Spartan warrior stands on the battlefield, arrows flying past his head, enemies screaming war cries, chaos erupting all around him. His heart rate steady, his breathing controlled, his mind clear as morning water. While lesser men panic and scatter, he moves with deadly precision. Now picture yourself. Someone cuts you off in traffic, your boss criticizes your work, a family member says something passive-aggressive, and suddenly you're the one in chaos, heart racing, blood boiling, thoughts spiraling. A modern warrior defeated not by armies, but by an email. The ancient Spartans weren't superhuman. They bled, they felt pain, they experienced anger, but they mastered something that most people today never will: the ability to feel an emotion without becoming that emotion. They understood a truth that Epictetus would later crystallize. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. In the next 40 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to build Spartan-level emotional control. Not to become cold or unfeeling, but to become unshakable, to transform from someone who reacts to life to someone who responds to it with power and precision. This isn't theory, this is a field manual for your mind. Let's begin. Part 1. The Spartan Philosophy of Emotion. The Spartans had a saying, "Come back with your shield or on it." But before they ever picked up that shield, they mastered something far more difficult: the shield of the mind. Here's what most people get wrong about emotional control. They think it means suppressing emotions, bottling them up, becoming stoic in the modern sense, cold, robotic, detached. That's not strength, that's avoidance, and avoidance always breaks eventually. The Spartans knew better. They trained from childhood not to eliminate emotion, but to separate stimulus from response, to create space between what happens and what they do about it. Marcus Aurelius, who studied Stoic philosophy deeply, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Spartans lived this principle before it was ever written down. Think of emotion like fire. Fire itself isn't good or bad. It depends entirely on whether you control it. Controlled fire cooks your food, warms your home, lights your path. Uncontrolled fire burns down everything you've built. Anger is the same. Channeled properly, it becomes righteous determination. Left unchecked, it destroys relationships, careers, and your own peace of mind. The first principle of Spartan emotional control is this: you are not your emotions, you are the one experiencing them. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice your breath. Notice the thoughts passing through your mind. Who is noticing? That's you, the observer, the consciousness behind the emotion. The Spartans understood this fundamental separation. When anger arose, they could say, "I am experiencing anger," not "I am angry." That distinction is everything. Modern neuroscience backs this up. When you name an emotion, when you observe it rather than become it, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, and you reduce activity in the amygdala, the emotional center. Ancient wisdom, modern proof. But here's the key: this only works if you practice it before you need it. Part 2. The Agoge of the Mind. The Spartan Agoge was brutal. Boys as young as 7 were taken from their families and subjected to harsh training, deprivation, and constant testing. Why? Because the Spartans knew that warriors aren't born in battle, they're forged in preparation. Your mind needs the same treatment. You cannot develop emotional control in the heat of the moment any more than you can develop a six-pack during the photo shoot. It's built in the thousands of small moments when no one's watching. Here's your daily Agoge for emotional mastery. Morning premeditatio malorum. Before your day begins, the Spartans would visualize the battles ahead. The Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, not pessimism, but preparation. Every morning, spend 5 minutes visualizing the challenges you might face that day. Your coworker might take credit for your work. Traffic might make you late. Your partner might start an argument. The client might reject your proposal. Now visualize yourself responding with perfect calm. See yourself choosing your response rather than reacting. Feel the power of that choice. This mental rehearsal literally rewires your neural pathways. When the actual situation arrives, you've already trained for it. The pause practice. Throughout your day, practice the pause. Between stimulus and response, insert a breath. Just one conscious breath. Count to 3. In that space lives your freedom. Someone insults you. Pause, breathe, choose your response. You receive bad news. Pause, breathe, choose your response. Technology breaks at the worst moment. Pause, breathe, choose your response. The Spartans trained to pause before reacting in combat because hesitation could mean death, but so could reckless reaction. They needed the pause that allows for precise action. Viktor Frankl, who survived Nazi concentration camps, said, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. The pause is where power lives." Evening reflection. Every evening, the Spartans would assess their performance. You should do the same with your emotional battles. Before sleep, review your day. When did you lose emotional control? What triggered it? What could you have done differently? Don't judge yourself. Analyze like a general reviewing a battle. When did you maintain control despite provocation? How did it feel? What made it possible? Reinforce these victories. Seneca practiced this nightly examination. He wrote, "I will keep constant watch over myself, and most usefully will put each day up for review." Part 3. The 3 enemies of emotional control. The Spartans faced 3 types of enemies: the obvious foe on the battlefield, the hidden spy in the city, and the traitor within the ranks. Your emotional control faces the same 3 threats. Enemy 1, the obvious trigger. These are the big, unmistakable provocations. Someone publicly disrespects you, you're betrayed by someone you trusted, you suffer a significant loss or setback. These are your battlefield moments. They're obvious and you can see them coming. The strategy here is simple, but not easy. Immediately label the emotion. I am experiencing intense anger right now. This is what betrayal feels like in the body. I notice the urge to lash out. By labeling it, you've already created separation. You're observing it, not drowning in it. Then ask the Spartan question: will my reaction to this make me stronger or weaker? Rage at the betrayal? That makes you weaker. It clouds judgment and guarantees poor decisions. Channel that energy into strategic action? That makes you stronger. You maintain clarity while responding decisively. Enemy 2, the hidden spy. These are the subtle triggers you don't see coming. The passive-aggressive comment, the eye roll, the tone of voice, the text message that feels slightly off. These are dangerous because they slip beneath your conscious awareness and trigger emotional reactions before you notice. By the time you realize you're annoyed, you've already been annoyed for 5 minutes. The defense against hidden spies is awareness. Throughout your day, do body check-ins. How am I feeling right now? Notice tension in your shoulders, tightness in your jaw, shallow breathing. These are early warning signs. The Spartans trained constant environmental awareness on the battlefield. You need the same awareness of your internal environment. When you catch these subtle triggers early, you can disarm them before they detonate. I notice I'm getting tense about this comment. Interesting. What's actually happening here versus what I'm interpreting? Enemy 3, the traitor within. This is the most dangerous enemy, your own negative thought patterns, limiting beliefs, and self-talk. I always mess things up. People always treat me this way. Nothing ever works out for me. These thoughts don't come from outside triggers, they come from within. They're the traitor in your own ranks, sabotaging you before the battle even begins. The Spartans dealt swiftly with traitors. You must do the same with these thoughts. Don't argue with them, don't fight them, simply refuse them citizenship in your mind. When the thought arises, I always fail, respond, that's a thought, not a truth. Next. Don't give it energy, don't give it attention. Treat it like a stranger's opinion about a subject they know nothing about. Epictetus said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about things." Your internal traitor is usually a judgment disguised as a fact. Part 4. The Weapons of Emotional Mastery. The Spartans didn't go into battle with just courage. They went with superior weapons, armor, and tactics. You need the same for emotional battles. Weapon 1. The Dichotomy of Control. This is the most powerful weapon in the Stoic arsenal, and the Spartans understood it instinctively. There are things you control: your thoughts, your judgments, your actions, your responses. There are things you don't control: other people's behavior, outcomes, the weather, the past, most of the future. The moment you try to control what you cannot control, you've lost. You're now fighting reality itself, and reality always wins. Someone disrespects you, you can't control their behavior, but you control whether you let it define your worth. You control your response, you control what you do next. Traffic makes you late, you can't control traffic, but you control your reaction to it. You control the explanation you'll give. You control whether you learn from this and leave earlier next time. Here's the practice. Every time you feel bothered, ask, is this within my control? If yes, take action. If no, accept it and focus on what you can control. Most of your emotional suffering comes from fighting the no category. Weapon 2. Reframing. Every situation is neutral until you assign meaning. The Spartans saw obstacles as opportunities to prove their excellence. You can do the same. Your project failed? That's not failure, that's data. Now you know what doesn't work. Someone criticized you? That's not an attack, that's free consulting. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but either way, you can learn something. You lost an opportunity? That's not loss, that's redirection. You're now available for something better aligned with your path. This isn't toxic positivity. Some things genuinely suck, but even in genuine difficulty, you choose what it means. Viktor Frankl lost everything in concentration camps, but said, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. When something bothers you, actively practice reframing. Another way to see this is Weapon 4. Physical grounding.
The Spartans understood something modern science has confirmed. Emotional states are embodied. Your posture, breathing, and physical state directly affect your emotional state. When you're angry, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, your muscles tense, your posture aggressive. When you're anxious, you hunch, your chest tightens, your breath catches. You can reverse engineer calm, change your body, change your emotion. The instant you feel bothered, drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, take 3 deep breaths, in through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, out through your mouth for 6. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode, and physiologically calms you. It's impossible to be fully activated in fight or flight when you're breathing this way. Then adjust your posture. Stand or sit like someone in complete control. The Spartans knew, act like the person you want to be, and you will become them. Weapon 4, the negative visualization. The Spartans regularly contemplated death, not morbidly, but practically. It reminded them what actually mattered. When something bothers you, zoom out. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If I were on my deathbed, would I remember this moment? Compared to real tragedy, how significant is this? Your colleague's passive-aggressive email? Meaningless in the grand scheme. The person who cut you off in traffic? You'll never see them again. The social media comment that upset you? Written by someone's opinion has 0 actual impact on your life. This isn't minimizing legitimate problems, it's putting daily irritations in proper perspective.
Part 5. The Battle-Tested Protocols. Now let's get tactical. Here are specific protocols for the moments when you feel anger or disturbance rising. The 10-10-10 protocol. When something bothers you, before you respond, ask, how will I feel about this in 10 minutes? How will I feel about this in 10 hours? How will I feel about this in 10 days? This creates temporal distance. Most things that enrage us in the moment become embarrassingly trivial by tomorrow. This question helps you access tomorrow's perspective today. The Amor Fati response. Amor Fati, love of fate. The Stoics believed in not just accepting what happens, but loving it as exactly what needed to happen. When something goes wrong, immediately say, good, this is exactly what I needed to practice emotional control. This is making me stronger right now. Sound ridiculous? Try it. It completely disrupts the emotional reaction pattern. Your flight got canceled? Good. Time to practice patience and problem solving under pressure. Someone betrayed you? Good. Now I know who they really are. I'm grateful for the clarity. This isn't delusional. It's choosing empowerment over victimhood. The outsider perspective. When you're in an emotional situation, you're too close to see clearly. Create distance by asking, what would I tell my best friend if they were in this exact situation? You'd probably tell them it's not worth getting upset over, that the other person's behavior says more about them than about your friend, that they should maintain dignity and respond strategically. Now, take your own advice. The energy audit. Every emotional reaction costs energy, mental, physical, emotional. Before you react, ask, is this worth my energy? You have limited energy each day. Every time you get bothered, you're choosing to spend that energy on something. Is this situation worth the cost? That random person's opinion of you? Not worth the energy. Your teenager's messy room? Probably not worth the energy. A principle you deeply value being violated?
might be worth the energy. But even when something is worth your energy, anger is usually the least effective form to spend it. Calm, strategic action is always more powerful.
Part 6. The long game. The Spartans didn't train for a single battle. They trained for a lifetime of warfare. Your emotional control is the same. It's not about one perfect response. It's about building a lifetime of discipline. Compound discipline. Every time you choose not to react emotionally, you're making a deposit in your discipline account. Every time you pause instead of exploding, you're building a stronger neural pathway. You won't notice the difference after one day, but after 100 days, 1,000 days, you'll be a different person. Someone who knew you years ago will interact with you and think, wow, nothing bothers them anymore. They're wrong. Things still trigger you, but you've built such strong response patterns that your control looks effortless. That's mastery, when the difficult becomes easy through repetition. The identity shift. Eventually, this stops being something you do and becomes who you are. Right now, you might think, I'm a person who's trying to control their emotions. After months of practice, I'm a person who has good emotional control. After years, I'm unshakable. The Spartans didn't think of themselves as people trying to be brave. They were brave. It was identity level, not behavior level. When emotional control becomes your identity, you don't have to try anymore. You don't respond emotionally to provocation any more than you'd respond to a mosquito bite by burning down your house. It's simply not what you do. The continuous campaign. Here's the truth the Spartans knew. There is no finish line, no moment where you've arrived and can stop training. Life will always throw new challenges, new provocations, new tests. The goal isn't to never be tested, it's to get better at passing the tests. You'll have moments where you slip, where you react instead of respond, where you get angry despite everything you know. This is normal. This is human. The Spartans had a practice. After every battle, win or lose, they assessed, learned, and prepared for the next one. Do the same with your emotional battles. Slipped up and lost your temper? Don't spiral into self-judgment. Assess what happened, learn from it, and prepare better for next time. Conclusion. The ultimate Spartan victory. The Spartans measured victory not just in enemies defeated, but in discipline maintained. The greatest victory wasn't conquering Persia, it was conquering themselves. You live in a world designed to make you reactive. Social media algorithms profit from your anger. News media amplifies your fear. Marketing manipulates your insecurity. Everyone wants you in an emotional state because emotional people are easy to control. But you're not everyone. You're training to be a mental Spartan. The person who cannot be emotionally manipulated cannot be controlled. The person who chooses their responses instead of reacting is free in a way most people will never experience. This isn't about becoming cold, it's about becoming powerful. You can still feel deeply, you can still love fiercely, you can still care passionately, but you do it all from a place of choice, not compulsion, from strength, not weakness. Starting today, you begin the Agoge of the mind, morning visualization of challenges,
the pause practice throughout your day, evening reflection on your battles, the weapons always ready, the protocols memorized and deployed. 6 months from now, you'll look back and barely recognize the person who used to get bothered by such trivial things. A year from now, people will wonder what happened to you, why you're so calm, so controlled, so unshakable. And you'll know you stopped being a civilian in the battles of life. You became a Spartan of the mind. The question isn't whether life will test your emotional control. It will, constantly. The question is, will you pass the test? Train your mind, conquer yourself. That's the Spartan way. Now get to work, warrior.